Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Yellow Jackets will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Snow. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. So the Stanford Cardinal offense will take the field for the first possession of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone.
And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's second and long. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. The Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on third down. Back to pass, it's Burt. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Yellow Jackets offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And it just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. You're like,
oh, he's going to go up top. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Extending the play. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
all right, we got the completion. We got some yardage. We got some positive yards. Now we're in fourth and manageable. And you dang right, we're going for this puppy. We got our fourth down play ready to roll. We're calling it in.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So that... It's going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. And here comes the offense on second down. Might be changing the route. To the air on second down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, first and goal.
He'll set up to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden...
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. Stanford with a lot of options here on second and short. Looking for a man. It's Burt. Throwing right. He makes a catch. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Used the play fake, now to throw. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up one or two.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Snagged out of the air. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's second and long. Looking downfield, it's Burt. Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time.
The Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure and you get to hit the quarterback. But two, you've got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that play.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Grabbed in the middle. It's Powell. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Quarterback making checks. And they're not on the same page there. It'll be third and long. Looking to move the chains. They throw complete to the left. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Yellow Jackets will have it first and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Going for 6. And the pass was broken up, incomplete. And there's a flag on the field. This could be offensive holding. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw it. Trying to set up the screen. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Yellow Jackets have moved it inside the 20. Gonna look downfield again. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
Turning it on! He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. 2nd down coming up. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Back to pass, it's Burt. Under fire. Makes the grab. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And you put those slot receivers... And here's why you do it. You back him off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding him? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Caught near the sticks. It's Black. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Cardinal, once feeling the shadow of that goalpost, now have moved it out and putting a drive together. Caught. They'll get it down to the 8. On that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw under.
Going to work on second. In the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cardinal.
And that's a touchdown this offense absolutely had to have to keep it to a one-possession game before going in at halftime. That touchdown is going to do wonders for this team's confidence.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Minnesota packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Gophers Nation with them, too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in Minneapolis. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle? It's caught. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Gets rid of it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The toss to the right. Runs through the tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Atlanta.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the 1st half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the 2nd half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Stanford. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Dropping back, it's Burt. Makes the grab. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Gets it to the back. Sweet cut there. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Pulls it in at the 25. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together. And
he's going for it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Powell. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job.
Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the 1st down at the 31.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets it out quickly.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Punts it out of the air. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The Yellow Jackets trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. And number 3 is coming soon.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a together. This is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Burt. Got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. It's complete. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. So first down will open up the final period. Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed.
There he goes. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice game. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers.
Intercepted deep in his own end.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Got it set up on the outside. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. And the Yellow Jackets want to move quickly. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback, got him on the ground.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He'll take a deep shot here. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. The Yellow Jackets didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Yellow Jackets started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! A great catch and run for 6. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's second and long. To the air, it's Burt. Here's a heat.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Punt is in the air. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Took a shot as he threw. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong.
Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy, just keep going at them. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Nebraska is getting smoked, and even though this might seem surprising, I'm not sure folks around that program feel that way. Something's up there in Lincoln. They're trailing by 30 to TCU. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Burt. He's got him. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Third down coming up after that completion. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on third down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Fires to the tight end. And that is how we will wrap this one up. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to